this is Dr. Keaton with more help on your detoxification plan. Hopefully most of you are going to be getting started by Monday, and I'm talking a little bit today about dredging the liver and some ideas about the middle 3 days. So when you're doing your food planning, you might want to consider doing chicken or poultry or lamb if you eat meats on the first days where they're allowed, and then switching to fish because fish are allowed in only protein during the middle 3 days of the detox where you're doing the most of the dredging. Shellfish are excluded, and the reason shellfish are excluded along with oranges and milk and dairy things as well as wheat and gluten products is a lot of people have intolerances to those. And part of the plan here is for you to understand what works best in your body. So by removing these things, it allows you to calm everything down. And then when you add it back in, if you pay attention, you may find some foods that were bothering you and you didn't know that before. So using this as your dinner plan, in the middle 3 days you might do a stir fry particularly would be helpful. The beginning and the end days you can use more of the starches and more variety of the proteins. The other thing I'm going to talk about today is the castor oil pack. So you take a wool or cotton flannel, some people just use a piece of t-shirt that's not dyed, and cut a piece about this big, 3 thicknesses thick. And then you take your castor oil and you just drizzle it over the top of the material and scrunch it up a little bit till it's all moist. It shouldn't be drippy, just moist. And that's going to go directly on your skin, right over where the liver is here, and it covers part of the abdomen as well, so it helps your colon. And then you put a piece of plastic wrap over the top so that it won't get on anything. And then you put the heating pad over the top of that. The ideal thing is to leave it on for an hour while you're watching television or working on your computer or reading a book or even meditating, which would be great during this detox. When you're done, you take it off and you put it in a glass pan. It can be left at room temperature and it'll be fine to just pull it out and use it the next day. You never wash this, you just throw it out if it gets used too much and it's dirty. Start over. But they usually will last for probably 30 uses at least. So that's not going to be a problem for you. And then when you're done, just go take your shower or wash that castor oil off. And the only other word of caution is that it can stain things. So if you get the castor oil on your furniture, it's trouble. So most people will wrap a robe around themselves or a towel or something to keep that from happening. And if you're really brave or if you've done this before, the middle 3 days is another great time to get a colonic or to do an enemas to help with the dredging of the liver and moving everything out. Don't need to do that though, so just stay on your food plan and call if you have any questions.